In this video, I will give you a sense of what it is like to hike Bukit Patoi Trail in the Temburong District of Brunei. On this hike, my buddy Adrian and I agreed to meet near the junction of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Bridge. It is about 15 minutes drive from the city center. So the trail is across this 30-kilometer bridge that you see right in front of us. The app says it is a 2.7-kilometer trail. Hey, good to see you, man. Are we using your truck or this one? I'll just hop into yours. From there, we drove across the bridge to Temburong District and past the Labi Forest Reserve. Fun fact, this bridge, the Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Bridge, is the longest bridge in Southeast Asia. This is Bukit Patoi Trail in the Temburong District. Trail number 1 over there. So we are going to trail 2 here. That's the familiar sound of the trail. Do you hear it? There we go. Gentle incline, gentle descent. As the map indicated, the trail started off easy with a gentle slope, which got us moving at a relatively fast pace. We are working off a map that shows only the second half of the trail, but the trail seems to be clearly marked. Water feature here. Crossing now. I think during the rainy season this will be better. More water coming through. Wow. I just love the sound and the feeling of being in the forest. Going around the rock. Some pretty giant trees here. Whereabouts are we? Off route? Sure. We are here. We are supposed to connect to this one and down there. So far almost a kilometer in. 2, 3, about 4 kilometers total, I reckon. Yeah, let's keep going. Are we halfway yet? More than half? To the peak. Okay. I thought we were going to intersect already. Another kilometer to go. We're just stopping for a second while we catch our breath. It's been a steady incline upwards as the map shows. Not that steep, but steady. So, moving on.
Instead of down, and
yeah,
then we will meet up the track 1, right?
Yeah, I don't think we'll meet up at the end. Somewhere
It's
there.
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. Status check. 1.4 kilometers in. There is the purple dot where we are, almost intersecting the trail number 1. Go down that way. About 100 meters more to the top. We keep walking. There you go. Some ferns have actually grown and kind of stuck to the plant, to the rock. Some leaves have kind of stuck to the rock, like they were pressed in there. And there is that like little tree Much smaller tree, almost like a vine next to it. There's a bigger rock formation right here behind me. Right there, much bigger rocks, but they blend well into the vegetation of the trees, so it's probably not that obvious on the video. But anyway, on we go, heading that way. And there's even more rocks up there. There. I don't know if you see the marker, but it is 1.5 kilometers. It's written right here on the marker, 1.5 kilometers in from the start of the trail too. There are some nice rock formations behind me. I think in all the trails that I've been to, this trail has the biggest and the longest rock formations yet. If you could come here, come here. Bukit Patoi, Temburong. Right, we're going to negotiate some rocks. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Up to this point, I observed that it was a trail with a lot of rocks to step over and climb onto. It won't be bad in the dry season, but these surfaces can be slippery and treacherous when the rains come. Now this is technical terrain. Wow. This is where you really need upper hiking shoes. It's pretty cool though. Almost at the peak. Okay, so this is basically the intersection between Trail 2 and Trail 1, and we are heading up there for the view. What kind of view can we possibly see at the top of Bukit Patoi? Okay, 290 meters, Puncak Bukit Patoi. Right now at the intersection of Trail 1 and Trail 2 there, heading down Trail 1. Alright, heading back into the forest where it is much cooler and away from the sun. So this particular trail, Trail 1, going down back to where we started, is not a technical trail. So ground is soft. Much fewer rocks, in fact. Actually no rocks, very few rocks on the path, so it's an easy walk down. On the other hand, Trail 2, where we came from coming up, was a technical trail, so that was a lot more challenging. If we came up here and went down that side, it still would have been more difficult going down because you have to negotiate a lot of rock, literally rock on the trail, stepping on stones and rocks. So more difficult coming up, although the incline is not that steep. It's still a steady incline. So as you can see, we just negotiate rocks. We're not stepping on any big rocks so far. I hope, you know, I don't speak too soon. So I spoke too soon. There is rock to negotiate after all. Not as difficult, but yeah, you still have to be careful because it could be slippery in here. As you can see right behind me, there's a rock and I'm just climbing down rock. So not that difficult going down, and you can move at a relatively faster clip. Yeah, sorry guys, definitely mistaken. There is rock here as well. Dulasa. Okay. So I take everything back. I think coming up here and even going down is probably equally challenging. There is rock after all, slippery as too, and you know, you could fall over backwards if you're not careful, so mind your step here. Rocks, the left, Batu Berdinding, rock wall. So it's less than a kilometer back to the trailhead, and I'd say this is a pretty good trail too. It's not too technical for a beginner, and it's just nice, short enough to give you a great workout, plus impressive rock formations. That is what characterizes this trail. So yeah, if you haven't tried this trail yet, I'd recommend coming up trail 2, which is more difficult, and going down trail 1 here, passing by Batu Berdinding, or this rock wall, which I think is the main landmark. All right, bit of rest. See, there are benches on this side, this trail. Trail 2, we didn't see a bench. No, there was one. There was just one bench by that little stream there that actually had no water. Just one final tip before getting back to the trailhead, and I always say this in my trail videos, is that when you fall behind or get lost, what you need to do is look out for these kinds of markers, or any form of marker, whether it's red and white, yellow, or sometimes even just a can on top of a stick. That will get you back on the trail, because if you see a marker, effectively you are on the trail. We have come to the final few hundred meters before we get to the trailhead. I can hear cars there by the road, and so this is it. Thank you so much for following along the trail, and I hope you picked something up that you find useful. It's pretty cool. They have facilities here. I mean, proper facilities. See? Toilets. They even have a shower here. And coming off the trail, you can wash your hands. They even have, hand wash. Some trails here do not have these kinds of facilities, but I believe that the Parks and Wildlife section are developing a number of trails as a form of recreation here. So pretty soon, all, if not most of the trails will have facilities like this.